Hi everyone. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial. Well, hopefully it's going to be quick. I don't know. A friend of mine has joined in her first tag swap, and she's a little nervous about it. She's not quite sure what to do. I think she's having inspiration trouble. She's trying to figure out what to do. You know, the best advice that I can give you is talk to the person that you're swapping with and find out what their likes are or their dislikes, and kind of build on your tag from there. If it's a one-on-one swap, if it's a group swap at one of the Ning sites or something like that, then you can, they always have guidelines for you to follow anyways. Doing a tag, in my mind, is no different than doing a card. It's just a different shape that you're working on. Just decorate it any way you think would look good. I am going to do a tag start to finish here with you, but I just want to touch on some of the basics for some of the newer people that are watching my video. The most popular size tag is the number 8 shipping tag, and that measures 6 1/4 inches by 3 1/8 inches. You can buy them online through staples.com. They are a bit pricey if you buy them through one of the office supply stores. What I found is that I can make my own using just plain old manila file folders, you know, the old kind, the old-fashioned ones. You just cut them to the dimensions, and then you, let me bring in a tag to show you. Just cut it to the dimensions, 6 1/4 by 3 1/8, and then you just snip off the top corners, punch a hole. If you have reinforcers, you can stick those on. You can color these first. This is a shipping tag that someone sent me in a rack or in a giveaway I won. I don't remember which, but you can color the little reinforcer to match, so nobody will even know that you made your own out of a file folder. And then you can also buy, and I know Tim Holtz has reinforcers out too. I saw them at Michael's. Actually, I have some. They sell for $1.99, and they got cute little designs on them, but I'm all about frugal, so, you know, I found this package of 544 for $1. Can't really go wrong there. I'll color it with my own ink. Thank you very much. Then there's you know, the tags you can buy at the craft store. These are the Tim Holtz ones, size 8 craft. I have not had a chance to play with these yet. I just got these not too long ago. But you can see Ink Essentials. I'm sorry, I have them in a plastic bag because I opened them and shared some with somebody. So basically, I mean, think of your tag as a blank canvas, and I'm sorry that there's a glare off of from my light. I don't know what to do about that, really. I haven't quite figured out the lighting, and that's not helping, I can see. Maybe if I wait a minute, hold on, let me experiment. Let me try turning off that light. That might work better. Let's give that a shot. Hopefully this video won't be too dark. If it is, I'll redo it. Alright, so anyways, there's many techniques you can do on a tag. You can add patterned paper, which is what I'm going to be doing today. You can ink it up with your Tim Holtz inks and your sponge applicator. You can stamp on it. You can heat emboss on it. You can, oh god, the possibilities are just endless. Anything you can do on a card, you can do on a tag, basically. So let's go ahead and get started making this tag, and I'll try to keep coming up with ideas. Another good way, if you can't find too many tutorials on YouTube, which I can't imagine that because tags are very popular, but you can also Google pictures of tags, and if you want to see vintage tags, Google pictures of vintage tags. You know, just there's so much out there on the internet. You should be able to find inspiration somewhere. So let's see, what I've done is I've got my tag cut to the size, the right dimensions, and I'm gonna go ahead and color my reinforcers so they'll be drying while I'm making the tag, and I'll show you how to do that too. I mean, it's highly technical, you see. And not. I just cut off two, one for the front, one for the back. Boy, I can talk today, can't I? About par for the course. I can't talk most days, if you guys have noticed. So there's my reinforcer, and I'm going to be using brown and pink as my color palette today, so I think I'm going to just ink these up with some brown ink, and I think I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Vintage Photo. So all I do is I take the lid off and I take my reinforcers face down, and I just do this until they're nice and covered. Highly technical technique here. Almost. This is actually going to turn out darker than I wanted, but that's alright. See, I'm not afraid to get my fingers dirty, so I don't mind having ink everywhere. Apparently my ink pad is pretty darn juicy. So I'm going to set those over there in the corner so they can be drying while I work on my tag. Oops, not that. That's not my lid. There's my lid. That's all there is to coloring them, or you can lay them down on a piece of scratch paper and take your pad to the reinforcer. It doesn't matter. However you get the color on there, or you can sponge it on, or you can, you know, whatever, play around with it. You can use acrylic paints on your tags as well. Let me get a baby wipe out so I can wipe off my dirty fingers. Alright, so what I've chosen to do with this tag is add some pattern paper to it, and I'm sorry, this ink doesn't want to come off, of course, because I'm on video, right? Hopefully that's good enough and I'm not going to stain up my tag. Alright, so what I did is I cut my pattern piece of paper, and what I did is I cut it 3 1/8, and then I just eyeballed it and cut the diagonal because I want it to sit on the tag like so. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my tag right off so that I can have a guide for when I do my stamping. Sorry about that, I hit my head on my lamp of all things. Sorry, my mat's sliding around. This is a great tutorial, isn't it? About as good as my other ones, eh? Oh boy, I try, guys, I really do. I try as I might. Alright, I think that's enough tape for the purposes of this video. So I'm just going to add this to my tag as straight as I can, and I have a really tough time with lining things up, and I can see that I cut my pattern paper a little bit too, I'm off just by a hair, and I'm alright with that. Not a big deal. Of course, I'm not okay with it being that crooked. I do have standards. It can't be that crooked. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay, so there's that. And then next thing I want to do is stamp. Where'd my stamp go? I'm using this stamp here from Studio G. And let me just get it. I should have had this on a block already, but that's alright. I don't have, and we'll deal with it. So, I think I'm going to stamp this in brown. And I have brown around here somewhere. Sorry guys, I'm kind of out of sorts today. I'm not feeling great. So we're just going to ink up my stamp. I got some on my block and I'm alright with that. As long as I don't get it onto my tag, I'll be happy. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I want it to be right about there. And stamp it down. And there we go. I made a little mistake. No big deal. It doesn't look that bad. I'm happy with it. As you can tell, I really don't care today. I'm sorry. I have a bad attitude today. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have to put another SD card in. I'm sorry guys. 1 minute, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this trim that I've already pre-measured to fit right here on my tag. Right across there like that. So I'm going to just take my hot glue gun and I'm going to put a strip of glue right like this. And then I'm going to quickly put my trim on there before my glue dries. I use a low temp glue gun, and the reason for that is when I first started making cards and such, I was told that low temp is best for when you're working with paper, that way it doesn't burn your paper. So that's just what I've always used. Let me zoom in a tiny bit so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. Okay, so we've got our trim, and then I picked out a couple of flowers, acrylic flowers, and all I did was the stem that it's on, I left it on and I just curled it up because that's the trendy look these days. So I've got a brown flower and a pink flower I'm going to add to my tag. Just a little bit of hot glue. My idea of a little is a lot, if you guys haven't noticed. So put the pink one on first, and I just eyeball it. There's no right or wrong, you know. It's however you like it, however you want it to look. And this one was a clear one, and I colored it with a Copic marker because I wanted it to have a brown tone. And I'm kind of thinking I should have colored it with my alcohol inks, but that's okay. This works. And then this one right like that. Whoa, sliding around. Okay, and then what a lot of people do, I'm not going to put my reinforcers on right now because I'm just about out of time for this video, but I wanted to show you quickly how you can add a piece of ribbon to the top of your tag. You can add anything you'd like, lace, trim, ribbon, fibers. You just make a loop, fold your ribbon in half, make a loop, stick it through the hole, stick the loop end through the hole. I guess I should have specified that. Okay. And then tuck your ends through the loop and then pull it tight. That's one way of doing it, and I would fiddle with this a little more to make it look a little more presentable, and I will trim off the ends here to make it look nice. Sorry guys, my back is killing me now. So there's a very simple basic tag, and I hope I was in frame for most of that. I'm sorry if I wasn't. This is very plain Jane, simple looking tag. I'm hoping this video is not too dark for you to see it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Molly Tigger, I hope this helps you, and I hope everything goes well with your tag swap. If I can think of more ideas for tags, I'll certainly do another video. I am going to be doing some tags for a swap I'm involved in, so I'll be showing those pretty soon. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope that this little tutorial helped somebody out there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Have a great evening.